crazy week 2 in the books, this NFL season is shaping up to be as unpredictable as they all are. 4 receivers had over 150 yards and 2 of them were Giants. Brandon Weeden had more passing yards than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And what about Reggie Bush? Your Heisman's gone, dude. You don't have to show off anymore. All that and more in this week's recap. After losing a close game in Week 1, Made It Happen made good on its mantra, nearly blowing out the Hypnotoad on the strength of Saints running back Darren Sproles and tight end Jimmy Graham, who Drew Brees thinks are wide receivers. Kind of like when people make their dogs wear clothes. Meanwhile, Larry Fitzgerald has had just about enough of life in Arizona, with 1 catch on only 4 targets. Don't you know who he is, Kevin Cobb? He's Lawrence goddamn Fitzgerald, and he has commercials, and you had better show him the respect that he deserves. Man, this one was ugly. How do you win when 5 of your players combine for 17 points? When your opponent has 6 that combine for 21? This game was like a pride parade of wasted talent. Jamal Charles, 4 points. Dez Bryant, 4 points. Julio Jones, 5 points. Catch DMC, 5 points. If it wasn't for CJ Spiller running up and down the field, it would have been even uglier for Cowboy Morpheus. Despite the disparate directions in the standings, both teams are facing an uphill battle with nagging injuries to top players. And what the hell is Tim Tebow still doing on a roster? Despite Michael Vick cutting his interceptions in half, adding a fumble, and still managing to score 24 points, Ray Finkel's team fell to the team of a fallen quarterback. Actually, 2 fallen quarterbacks, as Matt Stafford continues to laugh in the face of everyone who drafted him. You couldn't really expect him to duplicate last year, could you? He plays in Detroit. Meanwhile, CJ0K continues to laugh in the face of the Titans, who gave him Scrooge McDuck money to amass a stunning 17 yards against the Chargers, which quadrupled his total from Week 1. If he continues on this pace, he'll have over 250 yards in Week 4, but let's face it, he won't. The super team of Arian Foster, Trent Richardson, and Victor Cruz got it done for Super Pro this week, as Jay Cutler was somehow only 3 points in the hole despite throwing 4 interceptions and getting sacked 7 times. And then he blames his teammates for it. You stay classy, Jay Cutler. As if giving up 40 more points than anyone else in the league wasn't enough, the haters' bad luck continues with Ahmad Bradshaw out this week with a neck injury and Jonathan Stewart looking like he won't play as well. Maybe it's time for a disposition change? I may be mixing my Star Wars metaphors here, but it doesn't matter. The Dagobah system was a juggernaut this week, setting a new league record for points scored and tying for the highest margin of victory on the backs of huge games from Reggie Bush and Danny Amendola and just big games from everyone else. Still, every Death Star has their 2-meter-wide exhaust port. It's just a matter of hiding some stolen plans in a droid and finding it. Meanwhile, the Raiders' exhaust port stands 5'11", weighs 228 pounds, and is called Sean Green. When are people going to stop putting their trust in this guy? Especially the Jets. He's like UPS with your Amazon order. He's never delivered, and he never will until it's too late. You know it's a special week when you can leave Hakeem Nicks and his 38 points on the bench and still win by 51. Of course, Eli Manning isn't going to throw for over 500 yards every week, but eventually Aaron Rodgers will, and all will be right with the world again. Even if Aaron Rodgers bounces back, rough days may be ahead for over the Dwayne Bowe, as Michael Turner celebrated his big touchdown Monday night Atlanta style, having a little too much crunk juice and getting a DY and an almost guaranteed suspension in the process.
What?
Is it jacuzzi time yet?
Okay!
Now, 47% of the teams in this league will lose no matter what. They consider themselves victims and believe that they're entitled to a win. But it's not my job to worry about those people. I'll never convince them that they should take personal responsibility for their teams. My job is to worry about the winners. And this week, those will be Futurama over Pee-wee's Playhouse, Colt McCoy forever over Make It Happen in the Too Close to Call special of the week, Super Pro over Choculas, Star Wars over Ace Ventura, Ocho over Haters, and Dwayne Bowe over the Raiders. That's it for this week. Until next time.